What's up, family? This is Kevin Orosz tuning in with you. Hope you're doing well. Trust you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the unapologetic necessity of being raw and fully you in all ways right now during this time of awakening, this time of crisis, this time of revelation. So I'm noticing a trend online, and I just want to call it out, of people policing one another and shaming one another. And this is a very dangerous practice, and this happens often when humans are in fight or flight or survival, right? There's a very weird tendency to externalize threat and come at others with shame, blame, guilt vibrations, and that's the last thing we need right now. I think this is a loud minority. I think the majority of people are really enjoying how much free time we have, not grinding in a hamster wheel or busying ourselves with the external world. We've all been forced on some level with social distancing and creative quarantine to feel into what's actually underneath all of that. So I think it's really important, and it's actually a necessity to be unapologetic with that process. Now, many of you will know from the prescient works of Aldous Huxley and George Orwell, namely Brave New World and 1984 respectively, one of the most dangerous phenomena of a time like we're in is groupthink, which is happening at a whole new level. And the bypassing of personal responsibility and the giving over of power to a group mind or collective responsibility, and then policing each other to ensure that we're following XYZ status quo. So when I see people shaming one another or getting vicious about social distancing or vaccines and the comment threads on these social media platforms, when I see someone watching a video where there's more than one person and just viciously attacking them because they're killing people by spreading this virus, or perhaps the most insidious, when I see people getting torn down or called out for growing their business and thriving during this time and not feeling miserable and suffering like the rest of us, what I'm noticing is a massive outburst of groupthink. So here's my permission slip to you, and my full radical permissionary work is, not only should you not feel bad that these people are getting upset at you if you're speaking, to the best of your ability, your truth, you should be fucking stoked. You should be excited for haters and people really getting uncomfortable by you actually thriving in a time of crisis. Because make no mistake, there is a crisis and there's so much opportunity, there's so much room for awakening, that to sell yourself short and play the sob story and act like you're disempowered and a victim because you've been affected by this state of affairs in the world, largely created by the media, largely illusory. I don't want to discount the people that are dying. However, when you put it in big perspective, you're not going to find me lowering my vibration and joining in the misery. So just a quick reminder to you that haters are a KPI, a key performance indicator of how far into your truth you're leaning, right? It's all about the Jesuit credo, right? I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. So not only is my business thriving and my creative life thriving right now and honestly enjoying parts of this quarantine and solitude, but I refuse to buy into fear programs, fear projections, and most of all, I refuse to submit to groupthink or anyone's idea of how I should be in relation to the world right now. So if that's something that you feel really strongly that you want to comment or send me on any of my channels, just know I'll give you one chance to be rational, have a heart, have a mind that's in balance, and then you'll be gone if you don't have that. And it's not personal, it's just that's the boundary I've chosen to create. So any of you creators out there that are putting out a lot of information right now, teaching, healing, doing your work, making money, adding value to the world, just a quick reminder that you don't need to ask permission. It's time to be unapologetically yourself. And really it's time to question everything. Question where you're getting your information. Question why people are so upset. Question perhaps why we're still in quarantine right now and what's actually happening behind the scenes. I'm not going to share my opinions here or my informed ideas about these things, but I think just questioning is healthy. And obviously I think the quarantine is also healthy in a number of ways. So I don't want to, pretend that it's not and just be woefully blind and ignorant. And questioning, I think, is very healthy at this time. So if you're digging this message, share this video out, drop a comment, let me know what you think, where you're tuning in from. And if you really want to have a conversation and go deeper or learn more about some of these ideas, I invite you to actually send me a personal message and go deeper into what it all means for you personally. Make it personal, because what's most personal is most universal. And yeah, don't get caught up in the groupthink, y'all. Stay safe out there.